everyone, welcome back to another 1v1 battle here for Warhammer. In my last episode I mentioned I was going to do a 3v3 with dwarves, but I tried to cover that, but it was a framey mess because my PC is not the best anymore, and when there's 3 teams on each side it can get really choppy, so it just didn't look good, so I decided not to cover it. So there's that. But I think Cyril will probably still cover it on his channel. But anyway, this is a 1v1. I am the Empire facing off against the Vampire Counts. My army here is a little unconventional, kind of as is the Vampire. I have an Amber Wizard on a basic horse just for the speed. We have a General of the Empire on a mount, because why not? I guess I'll try that out. Everyone else is doing it. We have 2 Free Company militia, 1 handgunner over here. We have the Sigmar Sons in the front, a spearman behind them. We have 2 great swords behind our Free Companies on the flanks, and we have a steam tank, and then 2 Knights of the Blazing Sun. The Vampire Count player here has Vlad, 3 zombies, 3 White Kings, a Claw of Nagash, a Karen Wraith, Graveguard, the Sternsman, and then 2 Spearmen on the flank, and then of course the Blood Knights. At the very beginning of this, I'm going to have my steam tank shoot a couple shots into the Blood Knights because they are something that I want to shut down very quickly. My Amber Wizard is moving up here to cast Flock of Doom, I believe is what it's called. The vampires can reach in through Flock of Doom, but I only brought that and my Manticore spell, and I didn't feel like casting my Manticore spell quite yet, so I'm just going to harass them and just kind of take them off with the Flock of Doom. That's what I'm doing over there. The Blood Knights get out of range and hide behind this giant pillar, so I then reassign my steam tank to fire at the Claw of Nagash, because that is the next thing that I'm currently afraid of. There goes the Flock of Doom. It's going to do some damage, but again, they can just reach in through it. If anything, at least choose through some of their regeneration that they could do. I don't know. It's alright. And I'm just going to kind of harass them. Get close to Vlad, try and entice him to try and attack the Amber Wizard while not allowing him to catch the Amber Wizard. Just to try and stall them enough to get some damage on this Claw of Nagash. Meanwhile, I'm going to be sending my Knights of the Blazing Sun out here towards the Blood Knights, because 2 Knights of the Blazing Sun, they can take out a Blood Knight if you charge, like if you get a flank on them. Over here, now what's going to happen is that I start doing micromanaging of other things at some point in this battle, and my Amber Wizard is going to get caught by some White Kings. It's just going to happen. I don't remember when it happens. It's pretty soon, though, because I think I move up my 2 Knights of the Blazing Sun, and then I think I'm moving like Free Company or something, and it's probably right here where I'm just preoccupied. I'm moving up my Knights of the Blazing Sun, and I'm looking over here, and I fail to notice right there that my Amber Wizard is being surrounded by zombies. But that's alright. Vlad's going to cast some zombies back here into my Free Company, but they're pretty good at fighting off zombies, but this isn't much of a challenge. Plus, I'm going to throw my great swords over there, so we're going to crush those zombies pretty quickly. My handgunners, I held fire. I didn't have them on fire at will, so I assigned them the target of the Claw of Nagash. I'm throwing my General of the Empire over here, and again, my poor Amber Wizard is just getting murdered by these Sternsmen, zombies, and 3 White Kings, so he's going to be routed off. But I was too preoccupied with over here. So luckily, that may have happened, but I'm going to get a free charge on these Blood Knights from the rear, and then I'm going to be moving this company around and getting another rear charge on the Blood Knights. So we exchanged an Amber Wizard for a Blood Knight is basically what's going to be happening over there. That's okay. I didn't get my Manticore off yet, but we will get the Manticore off later. The Sigmar Sons is going to be holding the middle line, and I chose them specifically to hold the center because they will not break until the very end. The Karen Wraiths are going to try and get into my Free Company militia, but I'm going to hold them off with the great swords, which is what they were there for on the flanks, to hold off whatever came at them. Just, we got caught here because the zombies were cast on top of us. Gonna pull our handgunners and our Free Company into a more favorable position. My Lord is gonna go after the Claw of Nagash. My steam tank is now being held up by these by zombies, I think, and these skeletal warriors over here. That's gonna happen for a little bit. My my handgunners are gonna fire on the Claw of Nagash again because I really want to drop that as fast as possible, while my general is gonna be kind of absorbing the damage of these White Kings over here. The backup of the Free Company firing into the Karen Race, including the Great Swords, is going to be able to actually destroy the Karen Race. Throwing my reserve spearmen into this group around the Claw and the Gash to try and bring it down. Getting our General of the Empire out of there because the 3 White Kings at once is a lot of damage. My 2 Blazing Knights just massacred those Blood Knights, so they're coming back. My Amber Wizard is back now too, and I'm going to be casting a Manticore soon-ish. We're going to try and start dealing with these White Kings, of which there are 3 of them. So I'm pulling my Knights of the Blazing Sun in here along with our General to try and bring one down. I'm going to be withdrawing our steam tank from this fight in a little bit to try and get some more shots on the, I think, Claw of Nagash, to try and finish it off with this main cannon. The other Blazing Knight is going to rear charge the Skeletal Spearman, which will get them to crumble. I stay a little too long. I should have pulled out immediately, but we will pull them out here soonish. My Manticore has just been summoned. General of the Empire, and again, and there we go. The Claw of Nagash is now destroyed with the Greatsword, Spearmen, and the handgunners fighting them. Meanwhile, Sigmar's Sons is still holding the front line against these Grave Guard. The Sternsmen are preoccupied against my Steam Tank. They're not really ideal to take out a Steam Tank. Nothing over there is. I'm going to do a withdrawal here. We did destroy that Skeletal Spearman. They crumbled to death, and now I'm getting my shots from the Free Company into Vlad as the Greatswords try and bring him down. My general starts taking a lot of damage here, so I'm going to pop my potion and pull him out away from these White Kings. Meanwhile, this White King has been isolated, so we're going to charge him with a nice blazing sun, and my general's going to go down there as well. My Steam Tank pulled out of combat to get a couple shots, I think on a White King instead, because the Claw of Nagash was destroyed. So, but he's going to get re-engaged by these zombies and the Skeletal Spearmen. Do a rear charge on the center position where the Sternsmen and the White Kings and the other Grave Guard are fighting my Spearmen, Great Swords, and my Sigmar Sons. While my General and the other Blazing Knights are going to try and take out this one White King over here. My Amber Wizard miscast a overcasted Flock of Doom on this group right here and killed himself. So there we go. I got a Manticore and one Flock of Doom out of the Amber Wizard. Besides that, I mismanaged him and then overcast when he was almost dead, which is a bad thing to do, but it's just something I do kind of by muscle reflex. It's like, okay, pop, pop, boom, and then he died. Anyway, we almost get this White King with our General of the Empire and these Knights of the Blazing Sun. Going to Psycho Charge with the other ones. Steam Tank I pulled out of the combat with the zombies again to try and get some shots in on the Sternsmen, I believe is who I'm targeting now. The handgunners and Free Company militia are pouring fire into the Vlad von Karstein. Actually, this Free Company are running from a second group of zombies summoned by Vlad, while my Manticore tries to keep him pinned in and his back turned to our guns back here. Still trying to take out one of the three White Kings over here. We are doing a massive amount of damage to this one and finally about to bring it down. Our Greatswords are currently routing, but our Sigmar Sons are still holding on against these Grave Guard and the Sternsmen. Actually, the Sternsmen dead at this point? No, they're right here, right? Yeah, that's them. They're right there. Vlad is going to withdraw into these Great Swords to protect himself from the handgunners and the Free Company, who are now running from more zombies. But it's going to be at this point where the enemy has just secured a lot of losses. They are going to say GG here in a moment, and they are going to leave the game. So it's going to be a victory for us as we get another rear charge with the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Getting our General out of the White Kings. Going to do another Cycle Charging with our Manticore as well. And again, our Free Company are just back here pouring fire into the Sternsmen. I think it's after they crumble to death or something. There we go. So good game to my opponent. It was a fun one, unconventional builds for both of us. I exchanged my poor micro of the Amber Wizard, and they exchanged the poor micro of the Blood Knight. I assumed because they were too busy killing my Amber Wizard, and I was too busy killing their Blood Knight, so that was kind of an even exchange there. Besides that, got a lot of shots into Vlad, but he is such a hard unit to kill. He has so much regeneration. After I sniped the Claw of Nagash, I felt pretty confident that we can do it since we still have the Knights of the Blazing Sun, but 3 White Kings are no joke. We were able to almost bring down one, or did we bring down one? I think we actually did bring down one, and the others were going to be following suit soon. So again, good game. My Sigmar Sons held to the very end. I wish I could see how many models they had left. They were almost dead, completely dead. But I think my opponent just left at that point because I still had my 2 Free Company militia here, and my Steam Tank was taking care of the zombies to free up my handgunners back there. So I can see why they would give up at this point. But again, good game. It was a hard-fought one. I killed... I think this is maybe the first time I've killed a wizard by overcasting. I overcasted him to death, which is a total shame. Just a total shame. So things stand out here. Great Swords did really well. My Sigmar Sons, 136 kills. They were mostly fighting, I think, a group of zombies, and then besides that, Sternsmen and Grave Guards, so they did really well. I don't use them that often, but I knew I wasn't going to have much infantry because I was devoting so much into the Blazing Sun Knights, the General, and then the Steam Tank. So I knew I needed a force that can hold, which is why I did the 2 Great Swords, and the Sigmar Sons were basically my line. The concept of this was the Free Company militia fire, and then pull back, Great Swords pull up, the Free Company will swing out to the wings and start firing at the flanks of the enemy. That didn't happen, but that was the idea, and why I had my formation like that. For Cold Ass Honky, good name. The Sternsmen were really preoccupied with my Steam Tank for a lot of that, and they don't do any armor-piercing damage, so my Steam Tank just absorbs so much from them. The Claw of Nagash I focused down relatively quickly. The Karen Race did some damage to our Great Swords, but I had so much Free Company militia fire into them that even with their physical resistance, they succumbed to all that damage. Vlad is just Vlad. That dude is just so hard to kill. He's a brute in melee or in any game. But besides that, the Grave Guard did pretty well, and the Blood Knights I totally crushed just because my opponent was occupied with what was going on in the front at the time. So again, we exchanged Blood Knight for my Amber Wizard, basically. even exchange, I'd say. Actually, maybe in my favor, if I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Anyway, good game to Cold Ass Honky. Let's just watch a quick cinematic view of the Empire versus the Vampire Counts here. Getting some nice shots on Vlad there. The zombie summon was a good call. But yeah, this Amber Wizard, I don't know. I guess I thought I just moved him behind my line, but obviously I did not, so that was totally unfortunate there. Luckily enough, Free Company are good enough in melee to fight zombies and win. I don't use them often, which is why I wanted to bring them today. And they did pretty good. They did pretty good. Meanwhile, over here, MVP's Nice Banging Sun. It looks so awesome. I'll focus on this because we didn't actually get to see any of it during the main coverage there. I didn't really have them spread out enough of a line here, really. But it still works. And you can see how fast the Blood Knights just crumble here. Getting 2 Knights of Blazing Sun is tough. Even for Blood Knights, that's a lot. I almost took a Silver Bullets just to fight off Cannon Rays. Almost did. It's just like I don't really see them that often though, so I was like, I'll just get a normal handgunner instead. Sigmar Suns, man, they did work holding that center.
Give them an inch!
Oh man! One of our knights even got into Vlad there.
Come lads! Slay 'em! Make me proud of the province!
I kind of charged the wrong target here. I should have charged these Surnsmen, which were over here, because they have that regeneration and weakness to fire damage. Instead, I charged the wrong Grave Guardian in here. Oh. And then there go my poor Free Company just getting chased by zombies. I should have just fought them, really. Again, they're good enough in melee to take out zombies. Hell, like these handgunners are probably good enough in melee to take out zombies. Decided that my greatsword unit over here was tied up long enough with Vlad, so I finally pulled him out of there when the Manticore got there to hold him in place. Man, they look so cool. I really love the look of the Knights of Blazing Sun. I really do. So I hope you enjoyed the battle, everybody. that shield, man. What does that say? Honor and dignity? Is that what that says? Huh. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time, everybody. Take care.